Alright, I hope this is recorded. Take a walk with me. You know, I showed you guys before, I'll show you again. Here's my address, alright? I live at 121 Linden Avenue, alright? Now, what I think's really funny about, you know, where I live now, and the fact that I never thought I would live here, never thought I'd live here in Adams County, in Midway, Adams County, Pennsylvania. You know, I showed you the street signs before. I don't know if we can, but, you know, I live at the corner of the two L's. I think that's interesting. Lincoln Street and Linden Avenue. Lincoln Street, Linden Avenue. So, alright, and this little town's called Midway. But the thing about it is, there's my house right there. You know, that one right there on the corner. And then there's James's house. But the interesting thing is about this little town, it's called Midway. Never thought I would move here in my life, you know. I mean, I was born and raised in York County. When basically lived in Windsor, Redline, Dallastown, Yo, all the same general little area, southern York County. And if you knew the area, you would know that, oh, I knew what I was going to say about my house. I think it's really interesting that the person that gave me the keys to my house, his name's Daniel. That's my landlord's name. So I find that interesting. So, this is John. I now live at 121 Linden Avenue, Midway, Pennsylvania, Adams County. But we're going to go up here to a little bar, show you the little bar. Guess maybe I'll freeze this then when I walk over, because I'm going to show you some things that Father led me to see that I would have never seen in my life if I had not moved here to Midway, Pennsylvania, Adams County. I mean, I would have never come to know what I know. It's pretty interesting. Especially the fact is that my landlord's name is Daniel, and he gave me the keys to my home, which is his home, but so anyhow, coming up here to the little bar. Show you the little bar up here, Midway Bar. You know, some of you should know from your own areas where you live. You probably live in a little town, but it's not on your address. Like my address is Hanover, but I actually live in Adams County. It's really strange because I live right on the border of Hanover and, well, actually, I guess it would be Hanover and, well, actually, I live in Midway, which is funny because it's between Hanover and McSherrystown. See, right over here. That's how close. All right, I'll show you here. Right there's the Hanover sign. All right, we'll see it then. So, right back that way was my home. I mean, that's how close I live. See right there, it says York County. I'll show you that sign then. But what I really want to show you was this here, so you can see right there, Midway Bar. Oh, and this is the other thing I want to show you. I gotta find the street sign here. This is pretty amazing, you know. I've told you guys before that, you know, on my YouTube channel, this channel, it's John Quentin Wise III, because that's what I was supposed to be. But on all my legal documents, it's just John Quentin Wise. And Father did that for a reason. Alright, right here. This is, I have to, alright, Spring Grove, 10 miles, I think, or, because I know where Spring Grove is. Hanover, named for Hanover, Germany. Founded 1745. And then right there's the, as soon as you cross over this line, you're in York County. So right now I just crossed into York County. It's so weird. So anyhow, I guess maybe I'll just pause this until I get to the next thing I want to show you. Is that Father showed me that I would have never seen, you know, if I hadn't moved here. All right, I'll just pause it. All right, hi everyone, it's John. I'm back. I guess I should have just did this the whole ways, but I didn't think anybody would want to stay with me the whole ways because this is quite a few blocks from my house. And all right, like here we go. We're on this street coming up right here is Driftwood, CT. So I guess that would be Driftwood Court. So anyhow, I want to show you guys something up here that I would have never seen if I hadn't moved here. And I would have never seen if I wasn't talking to the Father and asking him some questions and trying to figure some things out. And he told me to go for a walk. So, and that he would show me something, and when I saw it, I would know. Now, I want to ask you people out there, how many of you can say that Father led you on a walk after you asked him some questions and led you to what he led me to? All right? I'm going to show you this. When I saw this, I was just blown away. You know? Because I never thought I'd live here in Hanover. I mean, not in a million years would I ever thought I would have moved here. But over here, this is what I saw on my walk after I was talking to the Father, asking him some things, trying to figure some things out. So I came walking down this road, which is Filbert Road, but this is what I saw right here. Hopefully we could see this. See that? Wise Oil and Fuel. I mean, seriously. Right there. Wise Oil and Fuel. A trailer, a big oil tanker that says Wise Oil and Fuel ink on it. I mean, can you imagine that? Being led to go on a walk, you know, trying to figure some things out, and you get led to go on this road that you would have never been on in a gazillion years. If Father hadn't orchestrated everything to happen the way it did for me and my wife to move here in 2019 in January, beginning of January. So, there's a trailer sitting over there that says Wise Oil and Fuel Inc. I would have never seen that, people. I would have never seen that trailer in a gazillion years. I mean, I was born and raised in southern York County over in Redline in York County. And if you look up the history of York County and where I'm at, there's a big rivalry, you know? It's kind of funny. So anyhow, I'm going to probably pause this again because it's going to be another, I don't know how many blocks until I get to the next thing, which I probably should have just went by that first because it's by my house, closer to my house than what this was. So anyhow, we're coming back up on Driftwood Court. I'm on Filbert Road. Oh shoot, I forget what the road was that business is on, that tanker's actually on. And it's funny because the business there is not Wise Oil Inc. That trailer looks like it hasn't moved in forever. So anyhow, all right, I guess I'll pause this because it's going to be a ways till I get to the next things that I saw. All right, I had to come back down here on 3rd Street because I totally forgot when I was here to show you the other side. So, and over there's Midway Bar. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, there's Midway Bar, all right? Midway Bar. But I forgot to show you this sign on the other side. So, Here's Adams County. So when you cross over here, I'm now in Adams County, and my house is like a block and a half behind the bar over that way. All right, so now I'm on 3rd Street, which I find interesting because, you know, I said before I was supposed to be John Quentin Wise III, but on all my paperwork, I'm just John Quentin Wise. And I made a video saying about what happened to me, and that father kept that 3rd off of my official stuff so I wouldn't have that constantly staring me in the face. So I'm just John Quentin Wise, but I am also the 3rd. So anyhow, we're on 3rd Street, and I'll show you that here. Now I'll show you the other couple things that are interesting. All right, so we're now in York County, and this is 3rd Street that I'm on, and I'm turning on to Commerce Street, which I find interesting. I'm turning on to Commerce Street. So here we go. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you is one of the first things that I actually saw after we moved here. That, you know, when I saw it, I was like, wow. And it's a business down here, and it's called Ox Industries. And it has 2 5s on it. You know, and I've told you my middle name, Quentin, means 5th. And it equals 5 if you write it up. Q is 17, U is 21, I is 9, N is 14, T is 20, I is 9, N is 14. You total it up, it equals 104. You reduce it down, it equals 5. So, my middle name literally means 5th and equals 5. That's 5-5. So, take a walk down here, because then we're going to go over on the railroad tracks and show you something I saw on the railroad tracks, which I would never saw that if it hadn't been for my grandson wanting to go for a ride on his bike. And we came over here not too long ago in this parking lot for him to ride his bike, and then he saw the train tracks, so of course he wanted to go check out the train tracks. So we went and checked out the train tracks. And then when I saw what I saw on the train tracks, I was like, okay, I mean, you know, right here. See, there's a 5 there, and then right there's a 5 up there, a big 5 and a little 5. That's interesting. And then up here, Ox Industries, and this is on Commerce Street. And now, since it's Saturday and they're closed, I should be able to walk through here, through the parking lot, without any problems, because that's what I'll do. I'll bring my grandson over here on Saturday and Sunday, if it's nice, so he can ride his bike in this big parking lot here. Hopefully these guys are, I know, I'm not real good with holding the camera and everything. I should have had it up, I guess, but just hang with me, because this is the last thing I'm going to show you. And I think it was pretty interesting that the doors here on this building are 10, 11, and 12. That's interesting. Oh, I hear my plane. Oh, there he is. No shit, he's going to come right over me. This is too much. I could hear him. I don't know if you could see him. I hate this phone. I could never see him. I mean, he's right here. He's going to fly right over me. Alright, there's the... Where are you at? I mean, he's going to fly right over me. I know you're up there. I can't see. This really bums me out, because he's right there. I cannot see a thing in this phone. Oh, there, I found him. Dang it. See, I always find him after... I mean, he literally went right over me. Too much. Unbelievable. Well, hopefully it showed up in my phone. I mean, you could hear him coming. I could see him. He went right over me. Unbelievable. So anyhow, I'm going to show you what I would have never seen if me and my grandson hadn't come over here. He wanted to ride his bike. So we were riding over here in this parking lot here. I guess I should be paying attention to my phone. But anyhow, he saw the railroad tracks. Here's the railroad tracks. So, like any little kid, he's 4 years old. He just turned 4. He wanted to hit the railroad tracks. So we hit the railroad tracks. So, this next thing, when I saw this, and this was just not too long ago, maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks ago maybe, when I saw this now, and everything else all together. So, when I saw this, me and him walking up through here, let's see, man, alright, there we go. Right there. A sign right here, it says 55. A post sticking up out of the ground with 55 on it. I mean, right here alongside the railroad tracks. I would have never seen this. I would have never saw that if... Oh, wow, there's a Nova SS. That's interesting. Wow. That's probably about 74 to 76 Nova SS. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't take notice of that before. Because, you know, I'm a car guy. I like cars. Especially old muscle cars. I mean, my first car was a 71 Chevelle. And then I had a 1970 Dodge Challenger. But right there, 55. I mean, I guess that's, I don't know if that's mile marker 55 or what. But, because I haven't walked, you know, any further to see if there's any more... posts like that on these railroad tracks. I just find it interesting that there's, you know, this is where I moved to. Never thought I would ever have moved here in a gazillion years. I was like, why am I moving here? I mean, and then when I finally started putting the pieces of the puzzle together, like the fact that my landlord's name's Daniel, you know, the guy that gave me the keys to, well, the place I rent. I mean, you can't make this shit up, right? I mean, so anyhow, I just think it's very interesting, the things that I was led to see that I would have never seen if I hadn't moved here, you know? And some of this stuff I just seen recently, you know? Like the railroad track thing with the 55 and Wise oil tanker that I saw. The first thing I saw was this place called Ox Industries when we first moved in. I mean, that was kind of easy to see when we first moved here. I mean, because the way we came down Commerce right by this place, Ox Industries. So it was like one of the first things I noticed when we moved here and thought was very interesting. And didn't realize until actually not too long ago, I'm trying to think of how long ago it was, that I realized that it was 5. And I had 2 5s on the building. So, you can take it for whatever you want to take it. I'm just showing you what is what. You know? So, here's the place, Ox Industries. I guess I should be, I'm not paying attention to my phone, I'm just holding it. Which this is on Commerce Street, which I find funny because this is actually in York County, Ox Industries, and it's on Commerce Street. And then up here, this street up here is the street, my street, Linden Avenue. So, and then right here, well, what's that say? 1926 Leshy Myers Company. Wow, I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't think I can. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 1926. Something. Leshy Myers Company. And then it has, like I said, a 5 and a 5. Ah! Some young man has himself a little red Corvette. I swear. I mean, literally, people. I'm walking along making a video, and here comes a young guy by me in a highly modified Corvette. I swear, you can't make this shit up. So, there you go, folks. Man, make of it what you will. That's very funny. I'm making a video and a young guy in a little red Corvette comes by. Oh, shit. All right, there you go, folks. So I'm back on my road, Linden Avenue. You can't make this shit up. That's just too damn funny. Oh, that was hilarious. I needed that. That was hilarious. Oh, I hear a plane. You know, it's funny. Last video I put out, showing one of Lucifer's minions on YouTube. Oh, there he is. He came back. He thought I was over there. You idiot. I'm over here. There he is. But, he's flying over my house. I'm not at my house. And since I put out that last video showing that one of Lucifer's minions on YouTube with his little monster motorsports diecast racing channel for kids, seriously, people question me. Most people out there on their YouTube one-trick pony channels, all they talk about is the same shit. So, there's the second one now. That was actually a different plane. That one was, I think that was my red and white one. The other one was my silver one. Like I said, it's non-stop. If I wanted to, I really wish I had money and shit. And technology, because if I had a camera above my house, you guys would shit. Literally shit. How many times planes fly over my house and how low? And not just planes like those. I'm talking military planes. Fighter jets right over my house. Man, I wish I had cameras showed above my house. Oh. He's going out through leaving, and I think I hear another one coming back. Oh, man, I'm sorry, guys. All right. Well, anyhow, I'm almost back at my house. If you stayed with me, thanks. If you seen the planes. The planes. All right.